think everybody knows this by now. If you put a platoon of Marines in a padded room with a rock, in an hour, that rock would either be A, broken, or B, pregnant. Arabs and Chinese and Russians, oh my! Everybody is trying to break into United States military posts across the world and here stateside, and the numbers may astound you. Now, I know we've all sat down and enjoyed a couple fantastic videos of Karens trying to run through military posts because they can do whatever they want, and then ending up hitting a barrier and having an MP yank them out of a car, and I think we can all agree that that is just some good old clean fun. It's like music to my ears whenever I'm watching one of those videos and a bitchy woman just looks up at the MP and says, "I'm going in and you can't stop me." Those pop-up barriers would say otherwise, Karen. But what I'm talking about is a little different. Apparently there's been a significant spike in people trying to infiltrate military posts, taking photos, sneaking on posts, or trying to drive through the barriers. And I'm not talking about little white Karens, I'm talking about Yingling or Yaroslav Vodka or trying to get on post and things up for us. So much so that an admiral or high-ranking Navy official went on Fox News to talk about it. I know. Fox News. But that doesn't mean what the Navy officer man was saying is wrong. AC, how do I protect myself from all these crazy foreigners coming into military posts trying to steal our government secrets? This video's sponsor can help with that. Hey there, all you pro-Second Amendment Americans out there. We got some fantastic news. I'm teaming up with Vanish Holsters to give away an $80,000 custom Rocky Ridge Silverado for free to a singular red-blooded American who purchases one of their holsters. And as a part of that giveaway, they're also taking off an additional $50 if you purchase a Vanish holster. But AC, are they comfortable? They're gonna be one of the most comfortable holsters you own. I'm wearing mine right now, and you wouldn't have been able to see it. It holds this thing tight to your body so that you're not imprinting when you're walking through a store. So your kids don't start tugging on your shirt saying, "Hey daddy, what's in that guy's pocket?" Now what's so great about this holster? Well, it's ambidextrous and it's made with no stink fabric, you disgusting sweaty slobs. Plus it's got room for 2 additional mag pouches. Mag dump, reload. Mag dump, reload again. And with their optional sizes, they can fit on somebody with a waist up to 46 inches. Thick boy. I personally like to use the Vanish holster when I'm wearing a pair of shorts or sweatpants. Everybody knows how difficult that is. And Vanish has a 100% money-back guarantee if it's not the most comfortable holster you've ever worn. But be sure to purchase your Vanish holster before January 3rd in order to be entered for that $80,000 custom Rocky Ridge Silverado. All you gotta do is click the link below. Now let's get into these people trying to sneak on military posts.
The thing of our military bases getting penetrated by foreign nationals is happening more and more.
Penetrated by foreign nationals, huh? United States posts are starting to sound like every rich white woman after her first divorce. Yes, Megan, I'm just gonna go to Italy and Greece and maybe Spain and get penetrated by all those foreign national men. You're making all these US posts just seem like a bunch of sluts here. All right, let's settle down on the penetration talk.
Our top story, a concerning trend, more Chinese and Russians attempting to breach US military bases.
This is something we see probably 2 or 3 times a week.
3 times a week? 2 or 3 times a week? And that's just for Navy posts. That's not Army, that's just Navy. I don't know if the Marines fall underneath that. I know that they're a department of the Navy. The men's department. Yeah, I can hear you all saying it with shards of crayon shooting out of your mouth. I digress. That's just Navy posts. If my chain of command found out I was drinking 2 to 3 times a week, they'd be like, all right, we gotta sit you down with a shrink. We gotta talk about this. This is a serious problem. You need to be watched. We gotta keep an eye on this. You are flagged. But what, we're just letting this fly right now 2 or 3 times a week just on Navy posts? Hey MPs, you better keep your head on a swivel. How are we just finding out about this now?
The cover story is, and I'm a student, I'm here, I'm an enthusiast, I want to see the ships, that type of thing. We have to turn them around. And typically we get NCIS involved with those, and we get biometrics when possible.
The Chinese pretending to be students. Oh, I've heard of this actually. This has been a thing that's been going on. There's like Texas or Utah, there was some university that kicked out a whole bunch of students because they were just like going around and spying on classes and going into places they weren't supposed to be in the university. There was some sort of military post nearby too, and they were like taking photos and stuff. Like, this is not new, but especially in the past couple years, like intellectual property theft Everybody knows the Chinese are good at that. You see something on Temu, you can bet your ass that was stolen from a company, and then China just said, yeah, we don't care. Come to Shitty Walk, we take your intellectual property free. Oh, did you spend all that hard-earned time and money trying to invent something which you could turn into a business? Well, China over here is just gonna look at it and then buy one maybe, and then just create it out of really cheap, shitty stuff. But slap your name on it too, as if you actually made it, but they're gonna ship it from Pyongyang or wherever is that, North Korea? You get my drift. Just go on Temu and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But story after story of Chinese foreign nationals saying that they're students and then doing whatever the they want over here has been an ongoing issue for quite some time now.
His remark comes after 2 Jordanian nationals tried to breach Marine Corps base Quantico in Virginia in May.
Jordanians now? We got Jordanians just walking on post. We got the Chinese, I shit you not, diving, swimming, walking up and taking photos, trying to drive on military posts. Like, they're doing everything to get around it and take photos. And Jordanians are just like, and they just walk on to United States military post. And of all military branches, they chose Quantico. They chose the Marine post. Oh my God. You're lucky you didn't get up, 2 stupid Jordanians. And when I say up, I mean up. I don't mean, oh, he's like figuratively as in you're in trouble. I mean, you're as in literally there are Marines penetrating you. Penetration, that word is making its rounds again here. They're penetrating foreign nationals now. I can see the post commander on Quantico right now just being like, do not hit the red alert. Don't let all the Marines know that there's people that have breached the wires. Sir, why wouldn't we want to let the Marines know that? Because these 2 people we want to question and the Marines will fight and or them to death. I see no issues with that, sir. Settle down, Corporal. I think everybody knows this by now. If you put a platoon of Marines in a padded room with a rock, in an hour, that rock would either be A, broken, or B, pregnant.
An illegal Chinese immigrant was arrested after trying to breach a U.S. military base in California. Officials said he drove onto the military base.
Told you, they're driving on post now, just trying to wham. Oh, hey, you want your ID? F you, boom, just going on there. And I can make some Asian driver jokes here, all right? But we're better than that, all right? Unless they're really funny, all right? Don't put any of that stereotypical bullshit in there. It better be a good one if you're gonna put it in the comments. I will say this, it does kind of remind me of like South Park.
God damn it, how come every time us Chinese put up a wall, stupid Mongolians have to come and knock it down?
But instead it's like reverse. It's like, all right, gosh dang Chinese man, how come every time a U.S. base has got to try to build up a wall, you got to try and break it down?
27,000 Chinese nationals have crossed into the U.S. through the southwest border in fiscal year 2024. That's an over 6,000% spike compared to fiscal year 2021.
Hold on. You're saying that 450 Chinese nationals snuck on the entire United States from the southern border in 2021. But in 2024, there's been 27,000? Could you imagine if just 100 of those people, just out of the 27,000 that came through this year so far, if 100 just decided to go, we're gonna go raid a base in San Diego, and just 100 Chinese foreign national spy guys with cameras uploading it up to the cloud just said and rushed a base? First off, I welcome it. Oh my God, base brawls, that'd be the best ever. Just, you hit a button, instead of colors, it just goes over the amplifiers across the entire post. Base brawl! Base brawl! Asia's inside the wire! And everybody that's not in a United States military uniform just starts rushing to wherever they're at. It's at building 5568, 5568! And there's just like battalions just beating the shit out of people and taking their phones and putting them in like Faraday cages and hassling them off into detainee centers. Oh man, get your gym time up, get your fitness up, because we're gonna be bobbing and weaving, trying to fight some karate Ching Loon here, or wherever the guy that, who's the guy that throws his hat in Mortal Kombat?
Kung Lao.
Chun-Li is the hot chick. Let's go with that, fighting Chun-Li here. Combatives better be priority number 1. We're doing hand-to-hand combat here. This is gonna be glorious. Screw weapons and nukes. Let's just try to raid everybody's base like a capture the flag kind of thing. Knees and elbows. Make it rain on these folks. But in all honesty, I'm kind of curious as to how these car stops at like an entry point for a post go. If somebody doesn't want to give you their ID, you just floor it.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the Space Force headquarters. Into the sky! Can you please provide me your ID?
No, I do not require ID.
Oh, I'm gonna need your ID, sir.
No, I do not require it because I am a student.
That doesn't matter. I still need your ID.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
Absolutely.
Student.
I still need it.
No.
I gotta see it.
No.
I need it.
No, I'm student.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
Listen up, you commie. If you don't give me your ID at the count of right now, I'm gonna bury you in that ditch over there faster than I bury my dick in one of your mail order brides. So if you don't hand me your ID, I am going to remove it from you after I remove you from your disgusting jalopy of a car. So I ask you one last time. Please provide me your ID.
Suka.
So there you have it. Everybody's trying to break into the United States and spy on United States military posts here and abroad. Best way to support the channel is to buy a shirt. E4 Mafia, it's my favorite. I've got 2 E4 Mafia shirts, and the Mafia is gonna be very necessary if we're gonna be fighting all these folks trying to break onto posts. Very good at interrogating skills too. So yeah, pick up a shirt, angry-cops.com. I got a flag, caffeine and hate. Cheapest way to support the channel is leave a comment. By the way, got a live stream going on. I live streamed Brandon Herrera's run for Congress the other day. Unfortunately, Brandon didn't make it, but the Fat Electrician joined. There's 100,000 of you people watching. I think like 12,000 at one point. It's growing. We talk about weird shit. I say F words. All right. See you next time, weirdos. The Marines in the padded room with the stone. I'm just picturing the stone with like a hole now somehow forced into it, and it's just leaking future Marines. I'll call it that. It's leaking goo that is the potential of future Marines. Future Marine goo.